Welcome back.
Welcome. I'm Connie.
And I'm Angelica.
And this is the In Between Girls podcast.
Woo! I have a question for you.
Wait, no. Trigger warning.
No, wait. No.
Okay. Never mind.
I have a question for you because I just thought about it. I just thought about it right now because I went to go pee.
Okay.
Are you a fold your toilet paper kind of girl or you just grab it?
I fold it. Can I say my mom put the toilet paper like that? That's not how I put it.
What
it was backwards, and I put it forwards.
I don't pay attention to that shit.
Oh, okay.
I can go either way. As long as I can fold it, I'm okay.
I fold it.
Oh, okay.
I'm a folder.
I'm a folder too. Oh, that's
I feel like if you scrunch it, you're wasting paper.
Yeah.
I always tell Mario to fucking fold.
He doesn't fold.
He started to, but he didn't used to.
I literally go like this. Like I can't see us, but it's like I pull it and then I like flip it, and that I pull it and then I flip it. And I go like that.
I like fold it and then fold it again.
Yeah.
Like
I'm a folder.
Me too.
I don't know how people.
I feel like scrunching is wasteful.
Yeah, and it's like, how do you even like? Do you not get it in your hands? Like I don't know. Like do
probably.
you cover your hand? Like does the scrunching? You make sure
I don't
like,
think
it covers your head. Yeah, like
so.
What?
In the
Weird.
middle
I just thought about that. Yeah, I was like, oh, fun question. Sorry. Today we are talking about our drunk stories. Trigger warning.
Trigger warning.
There's gonna be vomiting.
Thank God you said that, because when I was like going over mine, I was like, man, mine are just vomiting, and then she's gonna be like, bitch.
Me too. Mine too.
Well, drug stories and some retail horror stories that happened to us.
Yeah, that is true. Okay, you want to start?
Okay. Should I start with the main one, or like I have two. I have one that's biggest and the one that's like all right.
Same. Okay, we can start with the big ones, no?
The big ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Let me paint this picture. We didn't have the home yet. Mario was still living at home and I was still living at home.
Uh-huh.
Wait, no. Before that, I want to talk about what are your favorite drinks.
Oh, okay. Wait, I never had a favorite drink until Easter.
Okay.
So, never had, like, I always tasted, like, seltzers. I will go through them, like, I've tried Truly's.
Like
I've tried Truly's. I have White Claws. I think Bud Light has some.
Yeah.
The flavors. I've tried different flavors of them. Never once. None of them got like, oh, I'm gonna buy this again.
Yeah.
Actually, I have two. Okay. Until recently. Well, this one was before Easter. It's a while back. But Topo Chico came out with the seltzers that are in like bottles, not can.
Okay.
Because they have like two versions. The cans one, I think I tried them, but I didn't really like them. I'm a big Topo Chico fan.
I love Topo Chico, yeah.
I buy the whole pack in Sam's. Like the lemon flavor.
I haven't tried that one.
Oh, God, those are my favorite ones.
For me, it's like I have to be in the mood, but when I am in the mood, I really like them.
Oh, no. I can like drink them with
everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I'm a big fan. This ones I saw them at Kroger, and it was like I seen like a box, but these are bottles, like the Topo Chico bottles.
The original.
And it's like the vidrio, and it's a seltzer, and the flavor was I think guayaba. I'm not a fan of guayaba, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna grab it. I hate the way they smell. The guayaba.
I love it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, no. But anyways, I grabbed them. I was like, you know what? Let me just grab them. I grabbed them. I tasted them. I liked them. I didn't taste nothing like guayaba. I think it was guayaba strawberry, if I'm not mistaken. But they were okay. Like I could drink them and it was fine. Like
I'm gonna have to try them.
Yeah, they were pretty good. However, this past Easter, I told Jose before coming to my house. I told him, "Can you bring me some seltzers?" He said, "Which ones?" And I said, "I don't know. Show me when you get there." And then he was sending me. I think he sent me a picture. Then he had a lot of selection, and he sent me the Truly fruit punch pack, and I was like, "Bring those." And I tasted them, and I liked them, like all the flavors that they had.
Was it the tropical one?
I don't know.
Okay.
It was the cardboard box was I think red and black.
Okay.
I think it said fruit punch, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it says fruit mix pack.
A ver.
It's red.
Oh, okay.
I like them, all the flavors.
All
I don't
of
think.
them?
Yeah, I don't think it's for everybody
everyone?
because I gave one to my sister-in-law and she said it tasted like cough syrup. She tasted the green one. There's this citrus punch.
Yeah.
And then later on, I was on my third one and I got that one and I was like, oh shit, this one's good too. And I was like, it don't taste like no cough syrup. Like what?
I guess we have different taste buds.
Yeah, probably. But I really like them. So if y'all want to try those, I would say try them.
Well, for me, store-bought Seagrams.
Which ones are those?
I gotta show you. They're my fucking favorite. They taste like soda.
No fucking way. Oh, they're like the Smirnoff kind of.
But they don't. But they're better.
Oh,
Like
really?
they taste like they're just like sweet little sodas.
Oh, girl.
But they have alcohol. I've gotten
fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't tasted
Like
it.
with a lot.
I
It tastes a
tasted
lot.
this. I think my first like actual like when I started drinking, it was like out of Smirnoff, and
Yeah.
then I moved over to seltzers.
I like
um,
Smirnoffs.
But yeah, they're okay.
They're okay.
But I really like the Truly
Truly.
ones.
For
I
me,
need
it's
to
Seagrams.
I need to taste those.
The Seagram, they're really
yeah.
good.
I
If
did-
you do get the Jamaican Me Happy,
Jamaican
they're pink.
Meg?
Mhm.
Oh,
Those
okay.
are like my favorite. Those or strawberry. Strawberry is my
Strawberry.
favorite flavor, and then
Mm.
Jamaican Me Happy. And I also love pina coladas. I
Oh, you
I
like
love pina. I had to learn how to make them,
Mhm.
and Mario makes them for me here at home.
Oh, I don't think I've gotten to the like an actual alcoholic drink.
Yeah,
I don't think I found one that I've
liked.
liked.
Yeah, pina coladas. They're sweet. I love
Sweet
sweet. Yeah, I don't like the bitter ones. I don't. I like mojitos. It has like
okay.
little mint things in it.
Uh-huh.
I like them. Mario hates them. I like tequila with squirt. Squirt makes everything taste good. And then there's a guy on TikTok. He makes drinks like Mexican drinks.
Oh, I seen him.
I want to try all his drinks.
Yeah, I've
Like,
seen them.
they
Like the
just look so
tamarindo.
good.
He uses a lot of tamarindo. Smirnoff.
That's
yeah.
actually good. I had
Oh.
that one
Uh-huh.
was the culprit for my first story.
Really?
So
Oh.
we're gonna move on to that.
Hold on, wait.
Uh-huh.
I had it in the book. I just had it in my
Wow.
head. Oh, are you a beer kind of girl? Like, have you tasted beer? Like, have you?
I'll
drank it?
drink. I feel okay. I'll drink sweet drinks, and then once I'm drunk, I'll drink a beer because I don't care. But like for me to be like, I want beer right now, like a Bud Light or like a Modelo or something. It's not my preference. I'll drink it, but I prefer sweet drinks.
Yeah. I'm not really a beer person. Like
Yeah.
sometimes in a while, like I'll se me antoja una and I'll just take a sip
Yeah.
or something like that. But not really like a beer. I took a whole beer class in college.
I forgot about that. You did.
I only took it because it was easy and I needed
It's
the credit.
interesting.
I learned nothing.
Not opening your own brewery.
No.
anytime.
But there's so many different kinds of beer. It's crazy.
Really?
So in that class, every class we would taste different beers. So I learned nothing. But there's different the way beers are made. There's different ways beers are made, and I wish I knew some of the names. But they have a specific name for the type of beer. Like some of them they use like citrus or whatnot. So each class we would taste like a different kind of beer for that category, and it would be different brands, and we would taste them and we would like rate them.
Could you tell the difference?
Like, what do you mean?
With like if one was citrus and one was whatever.
Oh, so it will be like, let's say citrus, because that's the only one I know. It will be like, that day we're tasting citrus beer, but it would be different brands.
Oh.
So it'd be like 3, I think. So we would pour them in a little cup and like we would go through them and talk about each one.
Up?
No, because it was just like a small little chorrito of beer. But yeah, we went through different
Didn't they take
types.
you to a brewery?
Yeah, so my teacher is like a part owner
Yeah.
of Eight Wonder.
No way.
Yeah. So he took us one time. He took us over there to give us a walkthrough of it, and he literally like the behind the scenes and how they do the beer and whatnot. and they gave us like I think 3 tokens that we could use to get free beer.
Oh, that's badass.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. And I think they were working on a tequila or vodka that he let us try. But yeah, it was pretty cool. It was fun.
I know, it seems fun. I don't want to take it.
We should go to 8 Wonder.
We should.
Yeah.
We're going to try all the beer.
I think when I went, I got a coffee beer, if I'm not mistaken.
Was it good?
I think it was. If I'm not mistaken, because I think I finished it.
I haven't had good experiences. That goes with my first story, I'll tell you.
Okay, let's start with the stories.
Okay.
Start with your story.
So, we already did the trigger warning. So, me and
we didn't because I cut you off.
Oh, you're right. Trigger warning, there will be vomiting in this episode. So, if you're not comfortable, you should probably skip to the retail stories.
Yeah.
So, sorry about that.
Maybe we can do in the description. Time frame.
Oh, yeah, we'll put a time frame in the description to know where to skip to. We've been warned. Okay, so this day, it was before my accident, and we love going to Truck Yard. It's like by downtown. They have a little Ferris wheel and like food trucks. It's like badass. You get food and drinks, so it's like in a nice it's a nice little spot. So we went, and I had tried different drinks, and this day I was like, I want to try every drink on the menu.
I think that's the first mistake. I don't think you should ever mix drinks.
Yeah, because the times I would go before, I would just get the same one or like same 2 over and over. This day I was like, okay, I want to try this one and then this one and this one. My God. And safe to say, it was a mistake. And by the end of the night, había un coffee drink. And we were like, you know what, let's try the last one. And it was nasty. I don't know. Really? It was just how they made it. It was nasty. But if you know me, I would not waste the money. I am not wasteful, bitch. I don't care. Like, I'll eat it even though it tastes like shit. Like, I don't care. I'm not wasting my money. So me and Mario both had it. So I drank mine. And then I like really fast, and then Mario's not like that. Mario, if he doesn't like it, he'll leave it. Like, he's wasteful.
I think that's one of my things though. Like, I don't like wasting money, but if I really don't like it or something, like I'm not gonna force myself.
Especially since I was drunk, I was like, I'm drinking this. So I drank mine, and then I drank Mario's as well. So I had 2 of the nasty drinks, and already all of the other ones I had, and it was like the most drunk I had ever been. And we went back to his house, his parents' house, and we were like trying to be quiet, so not wake anybody up. And so I was like everything was spinning. I was just like, oh, and then somehow I hit the wall. It was like he has twin brothers. It was one of the twin brothers' room. I kind of hit it, so he was trying to like grab me, and I just had like this urge, and I knew, and we opened his door to his room. And I went to his restroom straight away. And I closed the door. And he was concerned. Like, he was like, are you okay? So he opened the door. And I was... because I started throwing up. Like, just, like, violently on the toilet. Oh and he opened the door. He didn't care. He was like, are you okay? Like, what can I do? And in my head, I was like, I don't want him to be disgusted by me. I don't want him to see me like this. So I was like... I couldn't really talk. When I got all the strings I couldn't, I was like, get out. And I closed the door with my hand. And he was still like by the door. He was like, are you okay? Can I come in? But I was like, no, I don't want him to see me like that. But I was like drunk. But it happened. And I get embarrassed. And he tells people, I'm like, don't tell anyone. That's our secret. My God. But now I expose myself to everyone. Do not drink drinks that are nasty, or do not order all the drinks. Do not order all the drinks on the menu. And then it wasn't just that. We went with we went like as a double date, and they had bought us like shots too. So it was like shots and then all the drinks that I drank. And so it's safe to, I realized that Mario was not disgusted by me even though I threw up. So it was a good lesson.
Oh my God.
It
a good lesson, but then it happened again later. Just different drinks.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, mine. I have to say this.
Okay.
I do not condone underage drinking. However, this particular time, it was earlier in the day. I think my little niece, it was her first communion.
Okay.
We went to church or not, and then we went to go eat. Yeah, we went to go eat, and then we went back home. To my brother's house. My sister was like, oh, like it was me and my sister-in-law, and my brother. And my sister-in-law was like, oh, like to call your mom, tell them you're gonna stay over, like we can drink and whatnot. And my sister called my mom. She's like, oh, we're just gonna stay over here because we have done that before. Then we spend the night. So they brought out a bottle. This was all shots. All shots. This was, I want to get the name of it. I for sure know it was
when you see it now, are you disgusted by it?
Oh, I haven't seen it and I don't want to see it. It was Jose Cuervo and it was the blue label, but I don't know exactly what's it called. Hold on. It was this one. Blue agave one.
Let me see her. Okay.
That one.
Okay.
So it was the blue agave super tequila Jose Cuervo especial. This was all shots. All shots. I can't even tell you how many. All shots. And then my sister-in-law brought out strawberries, and we were just eating them. Whatnot, shots. At one point, my brother poured the bottle on me, like to drink it, not on not on my head or something. No. And then so on their house, like in front, like if you walk out the front door, they had a little bench, on like a small little porch, and then a bench against the wall. Right, so I was sitting there, and my sister-in-law was sitting next to me. My brother was in front of us. I think my sister was standing by the door.
Yeah,
and I just remembered. And we were all talking, and I think they had asked me a question, and they were waiting for my response. But at that moment, I already felt it coming up.
You knew,
and I wasn't saying nothing, and they were just like staring at me. And all I did, I couldn't talk, so all I did was like. How do I explain this so people can understand?
She did her finger saying like crazy?
Yeah, like crazy. Like I was doing like circles, but it was like me trying to say that it's coming up,
okay.
Right? Because I wasn't talking at all, but I was just going like...
They were like loca?
And they were just waiting for my response, and I just vomited in front of them, like literally.
On the table?
No, like it was like there was no table.
Oh, it was just a bench.
Yeah, okay. We were just sitting on the bench. My brother was across from us, and like just
Did you
like
throw up on him?
I think on his shoe, like le cayó poquito nomás, but it was like all over the concrete. I was just like vomited all over there, and they were like all laughing. And all of them were just like laughing, and my brother had to get the manguera, to rinse all of the
throw up.
Yeah, all the throw up. And my sister took me inside, and she got me in the shower. She got me in the shower, and then she put me to bed.
But like, you had enough.
Yeah, I was like, I was drunk, and I remember the next day my brother was just making fun of me.
You said the crazy.
He was moving his finger like the way I was doing it. But yeah.
Do you still get teased?
No, not anymore. Oh my God, I cannot. But yeah, that was the first one. The first time I think I ever got really, really, really drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like 18. But yeah.
I like the finger though.
I remember I was just like, I was trying to tell him that it was coming up, but I couldn't talk, and they were just staring at me because they had asked me a question, so they were waiting for my response, and I was just staring, like moving my finger in circles.
Because como que hasta ni puedes hablar. Like,
no, I would just be like I don't know, and it just came out. It just came out.
I feel like drunk vomiting comes out like so like
strong,
right?
Yeah,
violently.
Yeah, really strong.
It's just like, I want to come out, bitch. Yeah. Like, I'm doing this now.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was my story.
I have another one thrown up, but it wasn't even that good, so I'm not going to tell that one. I'm going to tell one, and it's mainly about what I did when I was drunk. So,
wait, can I ask a question?
Uh-huh.
Are you one of those persons that gets drunk and you know exactly what's happening and what you're doing?
Yes.
Me too.
I get drunk and I know what I'm doing. It nomás me hace más like valiente. I'm like, I'll do things that
I'll sit down in the corner.
Oh, okay. That's better.
No, I feel like I maybe I do know.
Like I lose. I'm usually like a very anxious person, and that goes away, and I'm mainly like more like not happy, but I'm more like I'll do what I want to do. Like if I'm thinking I want to do something, I'll do it.
Oh no, I'm
not in a bad way, but like good things.
I'm very conscious. Like when I'm drunk or something, I know exactly what I'm doing, and
yeah, same.
Yeah.
I know what I'm doing, but I'm just more like, this is what I want to do, so I'm gonna do it. And that's what happened here. And this is when this was in Christmas this last year, so it was like I was in my wheelchair. I was not weight bearing, so I had to be in the wheelchair, and I didn't want to be like I hadn't drank since the accident because when I fell, I had one drink, so I wasn't drunk. I had like one small little drink. So don't say I fell because I was drunk. But I had like
driving a scooter and
driving my drunk. No, that's not what happened. Okay, it was like we had gone to eat, and I got like a little drink on the side. But yeah, anyways, that was the last time I had drink. It was in October. So this was December. And I was like, it's Christmas. And I had gone off my pain meds because I didn't want to be like reliant on them anymore. And the pain wasn't as bad. And okay, here's what you guys need to know. My leg had lost muscle. So when I sat down for longer than like maybe like 5 minutes, the blood would rush down my leg. And since I didn't have muscle, because muscle is what makes like the blood come back up. So if you were to look at both of my legs, the one that was broken would look red and dark, and the other one would look normal. So it hurt to sit down. And we were in Christmas, and I wanted to celebrate Christmas. I didn't want to just be at home here and like not celebrating with family. Yeah. And I didn't want to be like, oh, I'm in pain, so I'm gonna go inside while everybody's having fun. So I told my I'm gonna drink and I'm gonna see how that goes. And I drank, and it took my pain away. Like, of course. I couldn't, but I didn't think it would do that. So I was drinking, and it got to a point where I was like, Mario, my leg doesn't hurt.
She's like, I can walk now.
No, but I was like happy. I was like, it doesn't hurt. Like, I swear, I can't feel it. And he was like, that's good. Like,
oh shit, sorry.
But he's like, that's good. And I was like, keep bringing me drinks. I was like, go make me another one. And he kept bringing me more and more. And I was conscious enough because I was not about to step on it. I would have fucked up my leg. But I didn't feel it, so I was happy. And I've always been like shy. But I've always wanted to do karaoke.
So like 69.
Dead ass. I'm dead ass. And so this was like all his family. My mom was supposed to be there, but last minute she couldn't. And so I had gotten engaged a month prior. So I was I'm still in love, but I was very like, oh, this is my fiance, blah, blah. So I was like, man, we need to do karaoke. So that is what I mean, that I get like, me da like, what do you call it?
Confidence.
Yeah. So I was like, let's do karaoke, bring out the microphone. And everybody was kind of drunk too, but I feel like I was bored. So I was like, bring it out. And they brought me, and I put like a romantic song.
Wait, I need to know the song.
Es la de Calibre 50. La de que dice gracias por. Hold up, I need to show you the exact song.
And then you give us an example on how you sang.
No, I think one of our good friends was there. I'm pretty sure he recorded it.
We're posting that.
I'm gonna ask Tony to send it to me. Let me see. Oh, Simplemente Gracias. Have you heard it from Calibre 50?
I think so.
It's basically like, thank you for like loving me, whatever the fuck. I've told him before, like, oh, this song is for you or whatever. But I decided that I wanted to sing that to him. So I was like, I'm singing this to my fiance. Like, I don't care. Like, about none of y'all. So I started singing it, and I sang it to him, and it was romantic.
That's what you think.
And so then So then from there, I got confident because I was like, oh, the público loved it. They loved they loved my song. So I'm going to keep going. So then it was me and one of my brother-in-law kind of sang a little bit of it, but not really. I started singing. Where my mom lives, I used to live with her obviously. We live by el 59 y la Hopper. So el 59. So if you know where this is going, I sang Soy la 69, but Soy la 59.
What's worse than Jenny Rivera? No. Jenny 69 singing Soy la 69 is Connie singing Soy la 59.
Soy la 59, bitch. So yeah, I sang that one. And then from there, I kind of told myself, this is enough. I think you've had enough. And I stopped singing and I gave someone else the microphone, but I started the karaoke. I think I did. So that was it. But then, like, thinking back to her, I'm like, that's embarrassing. I serenaded him for all his family. They still remember, but they loved it. They were like, oh, you love our son. I was like, yes, I do.
Oh, that's funny.
Yes.
We have to post that video. You have to ask for it.
I think about posting it. It's pretty embarrassing. I'm in the chair, but yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, I just have one more story, but it's just kind of like to this point, kind of short.
Okay.
This was a cookout on my another brother. We were all there hanging out. I hadn't drank for like a year.
Okay.
I was like taking some pills and I just didn't feel right drinking because I was taking the pills like on the daily, and I just didn't want. I took maybe a whole year or more without drinking. This was my getting back into drinking. I felt like before I had stopped drinking, I think I could handle my liquor, but I think that year messed me up.
Can I just say something? I feel like you go either all in or you don't drink based on this story.
Not true. Because on Easter I didn't went all in.
Okay.
But I took my
you
in the water.
I used to. Yeah.
But usually we would during that year, like we would have cookouts and whatnot, and my brother-in-law would always be like, you know, like here. I'm like, no, I'm not drinking.
You're like, had a bad experience.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like, no, I'm not drinking now. And it was this whole year I went without drinking. This cookout, my brother-in-law, he was like, here, like, you're not gonna drink? Like, I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'll have one. I think I drank a seltzer, but like I finished it, went on. He takes out a Travis Scott cactus drink. The big one.
I haven't seen the big one.
I don't even know how many, because it's not the can. It's not like the small can. It was the big can.
It's a big can?
Yeah. Because if I'm not mistaken, those drinks are already higher in percentage alcohol. And this was a big can. It wasn't like no regular can ones. Because usually, the small ones are 12 fluid ounces, 7% alcohol. This one was those big fat cans. How do I even search to find that?
Because I think they discontinued it.
Oh, maybe. Well, it was the big, those big fat cans that are tall, fat. One of those.
Okay.
Pineapple flavor.
Sounds good. Pineapple.
It was pineapple flavor. Obviously, there's 7% alcohol. I think not regular beer, if I'm not mistaken, is 5%.
Or less, I think.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I think the seltzers I drink truly is 5%, if I'm not mistaken. This one's 7%.
And it was more of it. Yeah.
Bigger can. He gives it to me. He tastes like a small sip just to taste it.
Yeah.
And he gives it to me. I finish it all. Oh, Jesus Christ. I was feeling it. Again, I hadn't drank for a year. I was kind of feeling it. I was just sitting there talking. And at one point, I'm like, oh, hell no. Like, I'm going to throw up. But I didn't tell no one.
Did you do the crazy thing?
No, I didn't. I stayed quiet. Well, not quiet. I was still trying to act normal.
Yeah.
I
imagine you trying to act normal.
I'm just like talking. They're sitting down. Everybody's there talking. I'm just there talking. And I'm like, no, in my head, I'm like, no, I'm going to throw up. I'm going to throw up. I'm going to throw up. So I get up. I went to inside my brother's house. I go to the restroom. Girl, when I told you I barely made it.
Oh,
I
bitch.
barely made it.
I thought you were going to throw up outside again.
I barely made it to the toilet, girl. As soon as like I went in, I locked the door, and a few steps in, I kind of put my body towards the toilet, and it just came out, and I was like, fuck.
I was like, not again.
Yeah, not again. But I made it to the toilet. Obviously, it splashed a little around. I was like, there. I was like getting the Clorox wipes, and I was like wiping it down. But yeah, I barely made it.
Did they knew that you?
No, girl, no one knew, and I was like, yes. Oh.
Did you continue drinking?
No, nobody knew. I went outside, and I acted normal. I put myself together, and I was like
no one gonna know this time.
I got outside.
Yeah, I ain't making fun of me this time.
And I went outside, and I think my brother-in-law went inside, and my sister too, and my nephew was there playing his game, and I was like, fuck. They probably heard me throw up, and they're gonna ask me, were you throwing up? But I put myself together. I went back outside. I'm not outside, but like outside the restroom. At this time? Yeah, no shit. No shit. But I went outside of the restroom, and I saw my brother and my sister. My brother-in-law and my sister, and I was like, fuck, they heard me. Yeah. They for sure heard me. And I was expecting them to be like, are you okay? Did you throw up or not? Because, when you throw up, you hear it, you know? But I guess I didn't hurt me. Because, again,
or maybe they have barely come in.
Maybe. But also my brother was playing music outside. So maybe that kind of covered a little bit. But I went outside. I stepped out of the restroom. And they were there in the sala. And they didn't ask me nothing. I was like, yes.
Make it, bitch.
I sit down in the sofa. And I take a selfie.
Do you still have this selfie?
Wait, hold on. I took a selfie. I think with a peace sign. It was on Snapchat. I took a selfie and I just threw up, but nobody noticed. And I sent it to Jose.
Please tell me you have
I think he screenshot it. But nobody noticed. And that, nobody knew except Jose. And so now,
please
I
have
told
that.
No one.
Please
I need to ask Jose to look for it. I hope it's not in his old phone. But yeah, I threw up when nobody noticed.
You're like, hell yeah, bitch. And he's like, you go, girl.
He was laughing. He was like, really?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
But yeah, that is I think those two were like my ultimate.
I love the fact that you took a selfie.
But yeah, I'm gonna ask Jose to look for it because I hope it has it somewhere.
Oh my god!
But yeah, those were the only 2 times that I drank to the point. I think one New Year, I think I did drink a lot, but never threw up.
Yeah,
or anything. But yeah, those were the 2 times ever in my life that I've thrown up because of drinking.
I'm hoping once I can walk, I'll have more stories for you guys.
Oh, girl. And I remember after the day, I was like, why do I even drink? I was like, I hate the feeling that it gives you. So why do I even drink? But I still drink.
I like it. Like
socially. I drink, but I kind of slow it down more.
Yeah, so you don't throw up. Yeah, that's the goal. Not throwing up is the goal.
Yeah, that's the goal. Yeah.
I feel like I get to a point where I'm like, okay, I'm going to stop right here.
Yeah.
Because if not, it's not going to end well.
Yeah, and like my tolerance went down a lot. Like I told you for Easter, I was 3 seltzers in. Oh, and I did take a shot.
Yeah.
And I was like tipsy. No, but I think I was on my second Truly.
Yeah.
And I turned to Jose and I was like, I'm kind of feeling it already.
He's like,
he was like, it's your second one. He's like, really? It's your second one? I was like, yeah. But yeah, God. After 3 Trulies and a shot of Casa Amigos, I was feeling it. But I kind of had to put myself together to clean up the mess for Easter, which kind of at the end, like it wore off.
Yeah.
But yeah, my alcohol tolerance went down a lot.
Wow.
Yeah.
I feel like mine went up.
Really? Well, I guess that I'm telling you that 1 year that I didn't drink,
Yeah.
it just ruined me. It ruined me. Okay.
Wow. That's your last one?
Yeah.
Right? That was my last one. So now we're going to move on to
a retail story.
bad retail stories.
I just have one and it's not bad.
Are you sure?
It's not bad, but it's like kind of embarrassing. And it's like it ends up on me crying, okay?
Oh, I've cried too.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. But that's not one of my stories. I have two.
Oh, okay.
So I guess I should start.
Yeah.
This one was right when I got hired. They were giving us like online. I'm not gonna say where I work, but basically you train online on the computer. And I don't think I was finished yet. And they took me out to be a cashier. And so I was like doing great or whatever. I was like getting more confident. And then the person who was training me left. They left me there. And that's something they did a lot. Oh, and keep in mind, well, maybe this didn't have to do with it, but I worked in a bad area. I worked in Mount Houston. So if you know where if you're from Houston and you know where Mount Houston and 59 is, it's a bad area.
Yeah.
So I was by myself, I was feeling myself. I was like, yeah, I'm a good cashier. And I got this really nice lady, and she was like, oh, you're new, right? And I was like, yeah. And so I was like, maybe she's like a regular. She noticing I'm new. And I was like, yeah, that is me. And she had like a bunch of snacks, and I was like, oh, damn, okay. And I was ringing her up, and then she had like some gift cards. And so I was like, okay, like how much are you putting in this one? She was like, oh, 500, and then 500 in this one. And I was like, oh, she balling. So I was like, okay. And so I was like, okay. And then she was like trying to pay with a credit card, and it kept declining. So I was like, oh, it's weird. So I was like, try it again. And then out of nowhere, she just like grabs my screen, like turns it to her, pushes something, and it works. And I was like, what the fuck? And then after that happened, she grabbed all her stuff and she left. She didn't even take the receipt. And so I was like, was I just robbed? Like, I was like, was I robbed? And then in that moment, a coworker was passing by, and I called him. He wasn't even a manager. And I was like, hey, I think I was robbed. He was like, what do you mean? I was like, well, she clicked my screen. Like, she turned it. Like, she took it. I don't know what happened. It did. From there, they called the person that was trading me, like, basically, like, why the fuck you leave this new girl alone? I thought I was gonna be fired. I was like, bitch. God. And then from there, they took me back inside, and they gave me the credit card, like, learning thing where it says, people scam you. They'll get $500 gift cards and, like, take the money out, you're not supposed to sell more than $500 of gift cards per customer per day. And I sold like over 1,000.
That's on them, though.
That's on them. But I thought I was gonna be fired.
Yeah, I was scared too.
Yeah, but I was like, no one told me this until after. So like, then after that, they made us finish all the training before letting us out. But I'm like, that's on you. How are you gonna let a new girl by herself?
Did the other girl get in trouble?
I think it was a manager, so no, they didn't get. Not that I knew of, not in front of me, but they left me there. First of all, and they scammed me. And then by the time the police like did all their investigation, she had already taken money out. She went to the ATM and took money out of it, so she got free money.
What?
Not trying to make y'all scammers, but that happened to me.
What?
I was scammed, so be careful, cashiers out there. Pretty sure y'all got the training. I was not trained.
My first red flag was that she said, you're new here, right?
Yeah, but I thought she was just like a regular.
Oh my God.
No, but we did have regulars, but bitch, I was scammed. My first day. So I was so naive.
Oh my God. So I've said this before, I worked at DSW.
Yeah.
I started off as a like on the floor salesperson, and then one day they just told me to go up as cashier, which I don't think nobody ever trained me exactly what to do. So I don't know if I'm pretty sure it wasn't my first time up there, but I was new to it, right? So DSW, it gets packed. Like, it gets packed, long lines. It's like, it's crazy. It was one of the days, there was a big line. And I was for sure not the only cashier. There was other ones, but I think they're like as a backup. And I was helping out. And this lady, older lady, not older, but like in their 30s. She comes up. I'm trying to ring her up. She gets, I believe they were like discounted shoes. Like they were on sale. But for some reason, I was having trouble scanning them or whatnot. And I called my manager. And he was just, so he's there trying to help me. And like, it was for sure something that I couldn't do. Like, the manager had to be there. And it was taking longer than expected, right? And so I think the system was also like going really slow and whatnot. And the manager did whatever he had to do on the screen. And then he left. And then I ended up finishing ringing her up, right? And I guess this lady got mad because I didn't say like thank you to her or what. But after like she left where we were at, she went to my manager and she complained about me.
What?
About me being like rude or whatnot. And I don't know. It was just so weird. And
you were confused. You were like, what did I do?
Well, I didn't even saw her that she went up to the manager.
Oh, okay.
Because I called somebody else up to ring up. And then my manager calls me and they're like, we had a headset, like a walkie-talkie set. And he's like, hey, can you come over here? And then he tells me, he was like, hey, you're doing a good job. That's how badly it starts. You're doing a good job.
Yeah.
He was like, you're doing a good job. But I just want to let you know that this lady complained about your customer service. And he even said, like, he was like, I know, like, he was like, you did every step right. Like, there's nothing more that you could have done. Because, again, like, we were having some problems or whatnot. And he was like, this company, as a company, they're like, they make their customers feel so, like, entitled and special. And he's told me that. He was like, this company just makes them feel, like, so entitled and special. But she did complain about your customer service. Girl, I cried. Nobody has ever complained about me. And I was like, I started crying. He was like, you can go to the back until like you get a moment by yourself. And I was just like, no.
Girl.
But yeah, I was like, oh my God, I was just trying to do my job. Girl. But yeah, and now like, I feel like for me, I was just trying to hurry her up. Because again, like I feel like
you didn't want to waste your time.
Yeah, and I was just trying to, like, she was already there for a while, and I was just trying to bring her up fast. And she complained that it was my bad customer service. I was like, well, my bad.
Girl, no. Yeah. Over here, they would scream at us.
Really?
Customers.
Oh.
For me, they screamed at me over 10 cents. I went to the restroom and cried because I cry when I'm angry. But I cried because I was angry, not because
I was sad. I was just like, no, somebody complained about me.
Like, that job made me, like, made me hate customers and like rude people for retail, because how are you going to complain about 10 cents?
Yeah.
And it's like they're complaining to the wrong person. Like the fact that they're screaming, scream at you is like, dude, like the customer is not always right.
It's not, but I feel like, again, from over here, like that's
how they made them feel.
Like they're always right. But
no.
Yeah, girl.
What a bitch.
Right?
Like, made you cry?
Yeah.
The bitch.
It made me cry.
Yeah, that's when I cried too, but I cried because he screamed at me. I was about to forget I was at work.
Oh my God.
You know what, sir?
He hit you 10 cents. And you punch him.
I wish I would have. What an asshole. Okay. This one is more scary. Again, I worked in a bad area. And when I would go in to work, it was sometimes like 4 a.m. Sometimes we would go in earlier, like at 3 or 4, because we were like trying to put everything in order or whatever.
Yeah, restock.
Anyways, I was so naive. I would always see cars meet up there, and I never understood why until now. They were doing drug deals in the parking lot. That's how ghetto it is there. That's how bad it is there. Like, drug deals in the parking lot. And so this day I opened, and keep in mind, our managers didn't care about us. Like me, I was like a skinny little girl still in college, like, and they would leave me alone in the whole, they would go, because, there's the little, like, doors where you put a code and you can go in back there and you're safe. The manager would always be back there and would leave me alone. And like it was nighttime still outside, alone in the front. And wait, I have 2 stories. Okay. Yeah, I have 2 more. Okay, sorry. I'm just realization. Okay, so basically, this one, I was opening and I was putting away candy, like in the candy aisle, and I had scissors opening boxes of the candy, whatever. And I was doing that, and this shirtless man comes in, and he's like frazzled, and he's asking me for help, and I was like, whoa. And I was like, okay, like, what do you need, sir, or whatever. And as we were talking, I was making eye contact, and he looked down at the scissors because they were a little bit further away from me. They were in my cart. And then since he looked down, I looked down and I grabbed them. And then I looked back at him, and then he saw that, he looked at me. And I was like, I felt so unsafe. And so I went inside. It's not even safe because behind the counter, the register is just a little door. He could jump the counter.
Yeah.
But I felt safer. So I went inside. I closed the little door. I took the scissors, and I tried calling the manager. She wasn't answering, but I kept calling her like in the office. And eventually, by miracle, she came. But while I was waiting, no. First, he kept asking me things, and I was just like very nervous. And she came, and I was like, hey, lady, he needs you to call the cops. There was a photo department, and it was far away enough that she could call the cops and he wouldn't hear what she was saying.
Yeah.
You know what this lady did?
What?
She went back inside in the back, left me alone again, and called the cops.
What the hell?
She left me there. And I was just like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Especially as a woman. You how are you going to leave a girl by herself knowing there's a man, he could be dangerous for all you know, alone? And so she went back to the back, and I was just like, what the fuck? Like, this bitch really left me here. And the guy was like, he started asking me, like, if I knew about narcos, and that he was like, they're real, you know. And he was like, sorry. He was like telling me stories, and I was just like, I don't know anything. Like, I don't know anything about that. Like, I was not trying to entertain him. And he kept getting like closer to like the thing, and then thankfully the police came at that time and they arrested him. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, why is he getting arrested? I thought he was like in trouble. And they came up to us and they were like, there was a break-in nearby, and he's the one who broke in.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And the fact that he looked at the scissors and then looked at me, like, what was he gonna do? What was he planning? Like, I took that shit. I was like, you ain't getting the scissors. Like, no.
Yeah. What the hell? I can't believe that lady just left
The
you
lady
there.
left me there.
That is crazy.
And they would always do that. And after that, we always had like little meetings. And I was like, you can't leave us alone in the front. Like, you don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And there's another story that goes with them leaving us alone as well. I'm gonna tell. Wait, this was your last story?
Yeah.
Okay. So then, since I was in college, you know, it was summer. I used to be night shift, and then I switched to the day shift. And that was whenever the scissor thing happened. And then there was a specific day. I'm going to say it was like Wednesday. And I would always open Wednesdays. And so I was starting college again. It was going to become fall. So I was like, hey, I can't open this day anymore. But I opened one Wednesday. And then the Wednesday was que ya no. So that Wednesday, I went to college or whatever, did my thing, came back the next day to work. The girl who opened in my place, that was going to be me. The girl that opened in my place was robbed at gunpoint.
Oh my God.
So scared, she quit. Robbed. You don't know what they could have done to her. You don't know what, like, they could have done anything to her. She was by herself in the front. They pulled a gun on her and they robbed her.
That's crazy.
It could have been me.
Yeah.
Like, I opened those mornings, every morning in summer. And I was just like, dude. And that was like towards the end of my job. And I was like, I don't feel safe working here. Like, she got robbed. And that could be like, the guy coming in trying to get... No. It was dangerous. And then we had other instances where there was this customer once who was stalking one of the workers. And we went to the lunchroom. And he tried to get in the lunchroom. Thankfully, it was like one of those like lock things. Yeah. He couldn't get in, but we were hiding behind a wall. And he was there like banging on the window wanting to see her, but she never saw this man in her life, and he was like obsessed with her.
That is crazy.
So stay safe out there and like demand like security, because they didn't give a fuck about us.
That is, oh my God,
like
crazy.
It was bad. Like, I don't know what would have happened if that guy would have gotten the scissors. What would he have done?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Or what if I was the one that got robbed? Like, I don't know.
Wow. I was talking to Jose when I was trying to think of like
Stories?
the topic, and I realized that I feel like they used me as a woman to sell to guys.
Oh, I don't doubt that. Yeah.
Dude, every single shift that I had before being a cashier,
Yeah.
men's section, men's section, men's section. Only that section. The store, it's like they will put like somebody in the women's section, somebody in the clearance sections, and the men's sections.
They put you as a young girl.
And the men's sections all the time. All the time. And it's like, why? Like, literally.
Like, they use that, like, to their advantage.
Yeah. And I'm like, looking back at it, I was like, damn, how come I never said nothing? Like, I don't feel safe on that section. Like, move me to another one or something. Like,
especially in shoe play. I don't think I've been to DSW, I don't think. But usually the aisles are, like, tall. And you can't really see what's going on. Like,
oh no,
they weren't tall.
No.
Okay, well that's safer. But even then, like, I don't know.
No, that is I realized I was like, whoa, I was always on the men's section, like always.
Especially if you're uncomfortable, you shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah, and it's like, what am I gonna say on the men's section? Like, I don't know shit about men's shoes.
Literally,
like, why would you? And there will be sometimes where there will be like guys on the shift,
yeah,
and I will still be on the men's section. Like, why?
They use that for sure. Which is horrible. But yeah, y'all stay safe and ask for security because nope.
It's crazy out there.
And be careful working in bad areas.
And retail too.
Yeah. Especially being robbed like that.
Yeah. Not good.
Not good. Well, yeah, that was it.
That is all.
You should... do y'all have horror stories? Either drug or retail?
Drug. Are y'all in the nauticals?
Like, let us know.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you for listening. Follow us on Instagram at the In Between Girls Podcast. We make polls and listen to our podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and YouTube. Give us a like, subscribe, leave us a review, follow us.
Rate us.
Yes, please. But yeah.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.